we can submit a program from backend. No need to go to SRS window. Through PL SQL developer, that means SQL developer also, we can able to submit a program. So today we'll go to a new topic, value sets. So it is a list of values or collection of values. It will validate the values entered by the user for concrete program parameters and the flexible. So till now we developed six programs without any parameters. We developed it's a plain programs. We didn't take any runtime parameters to filter the data. So today we'll take a parameter. For parameter, value set is a mandatory. For each parameter, we need to create one value set, nothing but a list of values. Example, today I'm going to develop one employee report. For that employee report, there is a parameter DEPT number to filter the data. I need to enter one DEPT number parameter. So whenever you take any department number parameter, we need to create one value set and provide a list of values at runtime. That means at the time of submitting the program, the user will pick the value from the list, like a 10, 20, 30, 40. Suppose if you are not going to create the value set, the user will enter the wrong value. So I don't want to give that chance to my business users. At any cost, the user has to pick the right value. In that case, we'll use the value set here. The main purpose of the value set is to provide the right list of values to business users in SRS window. That means runtime parameters. So for that, we are going to create a value set. So whenever you develop any program, so suppose if you take the one parameter, we need to create a one value set. That's mandatory. Suppose if you take a 20 parameters, you need to create a 20 value sets. So based on your parameters, that many value sets we have to create. Okay, max Oracle can allow the 100 parameters to a program. Maximum Oracle can allow the 100 parameters. Okay. So then we'll discuss here types of value sets. Oracle has given eight, like a independent, dependent, translatable independent, translatable dependent, table, special, pair and non-value set. Out of that here, mainly we'll focus on the independent value set, table and none here. Remaining you can ignore. Okay, so we can work on the independent, table and non-value set in real time. So we'll work on the table value set, how to create a table value set and how to fetch values from the database and show to users. Then the user will pick the right value from the list and he will submit a program to get the right output. Okay, so for that, we are going to create a value sets. So we'll discuss what is the independent here. So independent means it is based on neither static nor SQL query. Static means hard coded, not getting from the table. We have to hard code the values. Okay, now at that time we'll use the static. Okay, so this non-value set is not a static, it's neither static nor SQL query. That means at runtime, no list of values. So just now we came to know value set means list of values. We are going to provide some list of values, but this non-value set is violating your definition of the value set. Okay? But it is required here. So sometimes here we want to provide the list of values to user. Impossible. Example, date parameter is there. Which date I need to give to my business users? Thousand of dates are there. So that's a complicated, yeah. So in that case, so we have to create a non-value set, but you have to maintain the format. That means the user has to enter the DD, MYN, YYY, or the user has to follow the MYN, YYY, DDD. I need to maintain the format. The user should enter the right format. So I want to restrict my business users, or I want to give the only varchar to. Otherwise, I want to give the only number data type. Okay, but the user can enter any value, but the user has to follow the proper format. In that case, here we'll use the non-value set. None means it is violating your definition of the value set. No list of values at runtime. There is a flexibility. The user can enter any value, but the user has to follow the proper format, where it's a number format or varchar to or date format. In the date format, again, we have some formats are there, like MYN, DD, YYY, or YYY, So whatever the format we are going to define as a developer, the user should enter the same format at runtime. So in that case, we'll go with the non-value set. The real example is the date parameters. We can't provide the list of values here. Coming to date, the user can enter any value based on his selection. Example, ICICI Bank is there. In ICICI Bank, you want to get the statement. So you can't do, okay, na, you can enter any value, date range. Okay, so same concept in Oracle application also. So coming to date parameters, no list of values. You have to enter as a, okay, na? That means the users, end users will enter the manually. So in that case, but I need to restrict my user to enter the only proper date format. I don't want to allow them to enter the some characters, some number data type. So in that case, the best practice is the non-value set. Now, okay, na, we'll go to in at runtime only. That's correct. In SRS window, only runtime. That means at the time of submitting my programs or reports, we'll pass the parameters. Based on that, the data will filter. Yeah, ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ. బ్యాంక్ స్టేట్మెంట్ మీరు 1 మంత్, 2 మంత్స్ ఉంది కదా! ఆ డేట్స్ మనం ఇస్తున్నాం కదా! మనం మాన్యువల్‌గా ఇస్తాం. లిస్ట్ ఉండదు మీకు. బ్యాంక్ ఐసిఐసిఐ బ్యాంక్ కానీ, ఎస్‌బీఐ కానీ సేమ్ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఇక్కడ కూడా మనకు. సో సేమ్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ రిపోర్ట్స్ విల్ డెవలప్ ఇన్ Oracle apps ఆల్సో. నెక్స్ట్ ఓకేనా? ఇండిపెండెంట్ ఇయర్. It is based on static method. The value will not depend on the prior value set or values. Example, I am going to develop a report. Just look into my screen carefully here. Okay, I'm going to develop a invoice report. AR invoice report. At runtime, I want to take one parameter, destination. Coming to this parameter, I want to show 3 values to my business users: email, then printer or fax. Suppose if a bank, if you go to bank here, then bank clerks or maybe bank employees will submit a report. So based on your requirement, so based on your request, if you want to bank statement, if you go to bank, so they will submit a report. There is a parameter destination. If they select email, the output will go to customer email address dynamically. If they select the printer, the output will go to the corresponding branch of printer. If it is a fax, then it will go to fax. So this email, printer, fax, the values, the list of values are won't available in the table. These values are not available in the table. So based on my condition at runtime, I want to write some code to make the changes. That means the output has to go to either email or printer or fax. So these are the static list of values. This list won't available in the table. In that case, the best practice is the go with the independent value set. Nothing but a static list. That means I'm going to hard code. When you hard code means enter manually. ఇంకా డైనమిక్గా రాదు అది మనకు. Okay, that's called as a hard coding. So as a developer, when I create a independent value set, in that independent value set, I will enter these 3 values: email, printer, and fax. At runtime, the end user can see these 3 values and he will pick any one of the value and submit the report. Then he will get the desired output. So in that case, sir, we'll go with the independent. It's a static. But in the non-value set, no static, no dynamic, no list of values at runtime. But in the independent, it is a static list. The user can pick the value. It's not a dynamic. Right? So in that case, the best option is the independent value set. Now, dependent, it's a very rare case here to use in the real time, but just I'm telling that. Suppose I'm okay, I developed one report here. First parameter is the country. First parameter is the country. The second parameter is the city. So coming to first parameter, the user can pick any one of the country, like India or USA or Germany. So suppose if user select India, then whenever the user go to city, then I want to show only the Indian related cities only. I don't want to show the USA and Germany. Suppose if user select USA, then the city, I want to show only US related cities only. So coming to this requirement here, I need to take 2 parameters. First parameter is the countries. I will go with the independent value set. That means these values are not depending upon the prior selection. So coming to city, I will create a dependent value set. That means based on the prior selection, like suppose if user select India, then I need to change the city values dynamically. In that case, we'll go with the dependent here. So independent means independent values. It's not depending upon the prior selections. That means no prior parameter. But coming to dependent value set, there is a prior parameter is there. That means that too, it is an independent value set. Based on the independent selection, the dependent values will change dynamically. So in that case, here, we'll go with the independent and dependent combinations. So I can't create a dependent without creating the independent. So if you want to use the dependent, minimum two parameters are required to our report. With only one parameter, I can't create the dependent. Impossible here. Okay. So now we came to know non-value set, no list of values, independent, it is a hard code or static. Dependent also same hard code or static list of values, but dynamically it will work. So any queries still now? Okay. Now here, translatable independent and a translatable dependent. Example here, at runtime I want to take one parameter, send an email or not. If a user select yes, mail will go to customer. If user select no, mail will not go to customer. But this requirement for Germany, guys. So instead of showing the yes or no, at runtime I want to show the yeah. It's not a ja, yeah or nine. It's a Germany words here. Yeah or nine. Yeah means yes, nine means no. The end user will pick either yeah or nine and submit a program, but this value will go to our code, our PL SQL or report, whatever it may be, yes or no values. So that is called as a translatable. Maybe the local language or maybe some translated value, whatever it may be. In that case, we'll use the translatable independent and dependent here. It's a very rare case. Mainly focus on the non-value set, independent, and the next one here, table. Okay, 90% will use the only table value set. The reason is most of the values are available in the table, except some printer, yes or no. Those values are won't available. At the time, the best practice is the independent value set. Right. Table means it is based on the SQL query or table or view, whatever it may be. Yeah. So when you create a table value set, you need to enter the table name or view name or SQL query. A lot of flexibility here. Oracle has given a lot of flexibility in the table place. May you can give the table name, may you can give the view name, may you can give the SQL query. Okay, like inline view. I think you guys know inline view. Okay, it's same concept as inline view within the parentheses. Then from which column you want to pick the values, the data type and the size. So if you want, you can write a where or order by class also to filter the data and to make order by. And then if you want, you can show the additional columns also. At all. Instead of displaying the only department number, I want to display the department name also, just for readability purpose. Nothing is there here. That's those extra columns. So the best practice in the real time where if the values are available in the table, then the table value set. If values are not available, then no third option. We'll go with the independent value set. Only the option is the independent. Create a static, nothing but a hard coding. So this is about table value set. Then special and pair just for validation purpose. Yeah, and flexifield also. Later we'll discuss flexifield. At the time you will get what is the special and pair value set. Okay. So already we discussed max we can add 100 parameters. More than 100 Oracle will not support. We can add maximum 100 parameters to a program. So whenever you create a value set, the information will store in these two tables, FND flex value sets and FND flex values. Ignore this one as of now. Later we'll discuss. Okay. So this is about eight type of value sets. So we'll work on the table value set and how to create a parameter, our own custom parameter. Then how to pass the value to program and how to filter the data. That we'll discuss today here and how to create a value set. And keep one word in your mind. Whenever you take one parameter, then value set is a mandatory. Suppose if you create a five parameters, then five value sets we need to create. That many value sets, it's not optional. It's a mandatory. So max Oracle can allow the 100 parameters to your concurrent program. More than then Oracle will not support that. Okay. So out of the eight value set here, which value set I cannot validate? Maybe the end user cannot validate out of the eight value set. ఈ ఎనిమిదిలో ఏ వాల్యూ సెట్ మనం వాలిడేట్ చేయలేము. ఏ వాల్యూ సెట్కి మనకి లిస్ట్ లేదు రన్ టైంలో కనిపించు మనకు వాల్యూస్.
None value.
None value set. None value set, no list of values at runtime. We cannot validate the user, enter this value or that value. The user can enter any value. As a developer, I can't restrict my business user to enter the right value. So that's a none value set. We cannot validate none value set. The remaining we can control. We can filter the data. And one more thing, suppose I'm taking a two parameters. First parameter is the vendor. Listen here carefully. There's a common requirement in real time. Vendor name is the first parameter. The second parameter is the site. Suppose if I select vendor name as the Amazon, I want to display only Amazon sites. If I selected TCS, I want to display only TCS related sites. I don't want to display all the sites. Then the Oracle has given one keyword that's called as the dollar flex dollar. Most of the programs we are going to use that. How to link one value set to another table value set. It's only for table value set only. The keyword is the dollar flex dollar. That's a colon is also required. Colon dollar flex dollar dot your prior value set name. Okay, so this keyword is the case sensitive. Uh, you have to take in the uppercase only. If you take a lower case, it won't freeze. At runtime, you will get error there. The flex keyword is the uppercase. Okay. So one of the important interview and your day-to-day development also. How to link one table value set to another table value set. The answer is the dollar flex dollar. With that keyword, we will get a prior value dynamically, and we can filter the data. Right. So this is about 8 type of value sets. So we'll discuss table value set. So today we are going to develop a program. For that program, we are going to take our own parameter. For that parameter, value set is a mandatory. You are the developer. You guys will decide which one you are going to help. No one will help in real time. Your team leader, manager, they won't help. So as a developer, you have to decide which value set you want to create. So I will give one or two examples. May you can give the answer. Suppose I want to develop a one employee report. At runtime, I need to take a department name. So which value set I can create in this requirement?
Department names.
No, no, no. Out of the 8 value sets, whether it's independent or dependent or table or special or none, which one I need to consider?
Dependent.
No, 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 no. Well, listen, one thing here. Out of the 8 value set, only the table is a SQL query or table value set. Remaining all are the static hard-coded values. So I want to develop it today, employee report. For that, I want to pass the department name. Department names are available in the table or not? You have to think about as a developer. It is available in which table? Department table. Then you can go with the table value set. So like that, you have to decide as a developer. Today, I'm going to develop one invoice report. Invoice report. At runtime, I need to give one options, send email. The parameter name itself, it's a send email. Coming to send email, I want to show two values to my business user, either yes or no. If your bank clerk will select yes, the output will go to customer email address. Otherwise, no means just normal output. So I need to create one parameter, send email. I want to show two values, yes or no. Now tell me which values it is the best one for this requirement. Independent. Independent. That's right. Yeah. The reason is yes or no values are not available in the table. If it is available, I will go with the table value set. No other third. Okay. Na? If it is not available, then I will go with the independent. Like it is static or hard code అంటాం మనం. Hard code as a developer గా hard code చేసుకోవాలి while creating the value set. Okay. So as a developer here, you guys will decide. No one will help in real time. ఏ వాల్యూ సెట్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలి ఎవరిని అడగాకండి. దట్స్ ఎట్ టూ మచ్ ఓకేనా. డోంట్ ఆస్క్ దట్ వన్. సో యాజ్ అ డెవలపర్ యూ గైస్ కెన్ డిసైడ్ దట్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ యువర్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్. సో టుడే ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు ఓకేనా విల్ టేక్ వన్. సో టుడే ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు డెవలప్ వన్ రిపోర్ట్. So I'm putting a table value set. Today I'm going to develop one procedure. Yeah. Procedure with 3 parameters. The reason is first two are the standard error buff and rate code. Then I want to take a department name as my parameter, department name as my runtime parameter. Okay. So this is my procedure name here. Then step two, compile procedure. Step two, compile procedure. Then step three. What is step three? What is step three? Today I'm going to develop a new procedure with the three parameters. Two are the mandatory, error buff and read code. Apart from that, I'm going to take my user parameter, that is the department name. Then I will compile the procedure. What is the step three? Define executable. What is the next step? Uh, Define concurrent program. That is it's a background program. Next, assign concurrent program to requested. Next,
Request.
next, next step. Change responsibility, then submit program. That's it. So today we discussed, yeah, whenever you take any user-defined parameter, apart from the error buff and red code, forget about error buff and red code. Whenever you take any user parameter, then which one is the mandatory? Value set is the mandatory. So, in these okay, na, steps here, in this approach, we missed a value set. Okay, na? So yeah, before creating the program, yeah, define value set. That's your choice. That's a table or independent or dependent. Today, we are going to create the table because we are going to develop a employee report. Employee department names already available in the table. So I will go with the table as per my requirement today. So maybe tomorrow, if you get a new requirement, you guys will decide which value set you are going to create. So whenever, suppose I'm going to take a two parameters, then we need to create a two value sets. That's your choice. That's maybe combinations, hybrid also. Sometimes independent, dependent, sometimes independent table. Based on your requirement, you can take that many value sets. That's a common. That's a combinations also. Okay. So today here, some new step came that is called as the define value sets. So before creating the content program or before creating the executable, we should create a value set. That's a mandatory. Then only we can assign that value set to our content program. Sorry, yeah, I missed something. Define content program. Yeah. Next, add a parameter. So that's important. Add a parameter and assign value set here. These are two steps can extra today. One is creating the value set, then adding the parameters. Max you can add 100 parameters. Then assign value set also. So that's it. Yeah. At runtime, okay, na, in SRS window, the parameter window will open today. Okay, till now we didn't get that requirement. So in that parameter pop-up window, in that pop-up window, we are going to enter the some department number. Then you will get the filter data. If I pass a 20, I will get the 20 data. If I pass a 30, I will get the dynamically. The report will change dynamically based on the runtime parameter. So, yeah. So in that case, we'll use the value sets. So if you're good here, we'll go with the one example. Some okay, developing the process. Okay, start చేద్దామా? Okay, first put heading here, table value set. Put heading table value set. Step one, develop a procedure. Step one, develop a procedure. Step one, develop a procedure. Okay. Open SQL developer. Open SQL developer. Open SQL developer. Open SQL developer. Just connected to database or maybe open session. Open SQL developer. Next, connected to database. connected to database. Now, so don't write a script here. I will take a screenshot, or otherwise I will give the procedure name. I can pop up that means describe the object, and you will get the code. So who are using okay now or Nagaraj machine, I will give the screenshot. You can use that code. So creator, replace procedure, then xxatd underscore some more okay na department maybe employee underscore department underscore better will take a table value set underscore but I will take a two mandatory parameters error bug out where to this is system parameters, you can't ignore this one. Yeah, then take the red code, this is the second mandatory parameter out where to, then we'll take our user defined p underscore department underscore name. This is the in. I am passing in SRS window where cat. Whatever the value passing at SRS window, that value will come to this position. This is the third parameter. Then begin. I'm writing a cursor for I in select star from EMP where DEPT number equal to P underscore DEPT number at runtime. It will filter the data. Loop, then fnd underscore file dot put underscore line of fnd underscore file dot. Maybe you can go with the output or log, whatever it may be. Yeah. Output, comma, I dot, ename. Then you can take some delimiter. I'm taking hyphen, I dot, salary, then I dot, department. And the loop, yet. So I will take I dot ename, I dot salary, I dot it. Okay. Then compile the procedure. Yeah. Okay. This is the simple procedure. Yeah. With one runtime parameter. At runtime, I need to pass the department number. For that department only, I want to show output in the V output. I don't want to show all output, all the department output in my V output. I want to filter the data. Then the best option is take a parameters and create a value set concept. Okay. Today we are going to create a table value set. So please take this procedure name here. Then I will take the screenshot also. Step 2, compile procedure. Step 2, compile procedure. Step 2, compile procedure. Next, step 3 here, create table value set. Step 3, create table value set. Step 3, create table value set. Please don't do that. Okay, log into Oracle Apps. Log into Oracle Applications. Log into Oracle Applications. Then Application Developer, Application Developer, Application, Application Developer, Application, Validation, Application, Validation, Set. Application Developer, Application, Validation, Set. This is the nav. I will repeat one more time here. Go to log into Oracle Applications, go to Application Developer, then Application, Validation, Set. This is the navigation to create a 8 value sets. Not only the table, any 8 value sets you can create here. So this is the window. Just look into my screen. Don't write anything. xxatd underscore department underscore number. Then value, maybe you can take the VS means value set underscore, go with the your name. Yeah. This is my value set name. Your procedure name is different. Your okay na value set name is different. Okay na, it's a different object. Then you can take the pop list below 20, list of values 20 to 100, long list. It's a more than to improve the performance. Best option here, go with the list of values. For anyone, a list of values. If you're seeing a lot of values, then go with the long list to improve the performance. Otherwise, okay, not required. Go list of values. Then format type. It's a number, maximum size, so 2 bytes, department number. Department number maximum size, 2 bytes. Then validation type. So we have 8 given. So now we need to take the table value set. Once you click on the table value set, this edit information now it is disabled. It will be enabled automatically. Edit informations. There we can write a SQL query or there you can write a table name. From which table you want to extract the values. Click on the edit informations. Okay, now tell me which table I need to take to display department numbers. Please help me. What is the table name?
Department table.
Department or employee? Which one I need to take?
Department.
Ah, employee table has a department number. Even department table also has a department number. Which one I need to consider?
ప్రొసీజర్లో ఏమి ఇచ్చింటామో అది కన్సిడర్ చేయాలి కదా సార్ యాక్చువల్గా
ప్రొసీజర్లో ఏది ఇచ్చింటే సరేలే ఇప్పుడు వన్ థింగ్ ఇయర్ యాజ్ అ డెవలపర్ ఫస్ట్ ఐమ్ గోయింగ్ టు క్రియేట్ ఎ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ టేబుల్ దెన్ ఐమ్ ఇన్సర్టింగ్ ద 4 values 10, 20, 30, 40. So can I create a 30 again, duplicate? Is that possible in the department table?
No.
No.
No, sir.
It is a primary key. It won't allow the duplicate. Okay, now it's clear, everyone. Now I'm going to create employee table. I'm assigning employees. So for Gangadhar, I'm assigning to 10 department. Then Mahesh, I'm assigning to again 10 department. Then Divya, I'm assigning to 20. Then Swati, I'm assigning to 20. 20. So what is the difference between these department number values and these department number values?
ఇక్కడ నేమ్స్ వచ్చినాయి కదా సార్ పక్కన మనకి.
No, hey, you're a developer. Don't say that word.
ఓకే సార్.
We are developers. ఆ వర్డ్ రావద్దు నీకు అసలు.
కదా
ఇక్కడ డూప్లికేట్ రాదు మీకు డిపార్ట్మెంట్ టేబుల్. అదే ఎంప్లాయీ టేబుల్ ఏమవుతుంది? రిపీట్ అవుతున్నాయి వాల్యూస్. ఫారెన్ కి ఇది. ఇట్స్ ఫారెన్ కి. ఇస్ దట్ రైట్ ఆర్ నాట్?
Yes.
ఎస్ సార్.
So if I create a value set based on the employee table, what will happen? Just look into the screen and give me the answer. Select a department number from MP. What are the values I'm getting? 10. Sorry, 1 minute. Yeah, sorry. I'm writing department. This is the master table. Okay. What are the values I'm getting right now? 10, 20, 30, 40. Correct na? Next. Suppose you are going to value set based on the employee table. Then what will happen? What are the values now I'm getting? Duplicate will get it. So if you show the duplicate values at runtime, the user will get confused. So then what is the best solution? Whether you, okay, now regarding this requirement, will you consider the department table or employee table?
డిపార్ట్మెంట్ table.
Yes. Okay. Now, okay, we are in the track. Yeah. Okay. So here I'm going to take one thing here. Already we came to know this is the list lamp. You need